最後のリング、第4のルシファーリングはバイア自身が持っている。バイアの持つリングは最強のリングだ。後がないバイアはアジトである古城にえりすぐりの精鋭を集め始めた。気を抜いてはいけない。
Hello everyone and welcome back to Castlevania 64. I don't like it quite as much as Legacy of Darkness, but I think it's still a good game, pretty underrated. But in all seriousness, welcome to the 4th stage, the castle, which is my favorite stage because, well, it reminds me of Castlevania. This first area in the courtyard is full of generic zombies and they don't hurt us very much. They're pretty much just cannon fodder. The only difficult thing about them is that they group together, but if you know where they spawn, you can take them out before they do that. You might notice I have the regular sword, and that's because when I replayed the caves, I chose not to go to the bottom path, and as a result I have 4 lives. The Basilisk is really hard, is what I'm trying to say, in case you forgot. If memory serves, right here will be the last time we see our good old purple friends named Bob. We're pretty near the end of the game though, so that's not much of a surprise, really. This room has a whole bunch of skeletons that throw spears, like the warrior enemies in the last level. The difference is that there's a lot more of these skeletons, and the room is a lot more open, so you have to work hard to dodge the spears. I'm sorry, they're skeletons, not skeletons. Skeletons. I find the best strategy for this room is to hit and run. If you're moving around a whole lot, it makes you harder to hit. And like we've established, the dashing swipe does a whole lot of damage, so... we'll take out this skeleton army in no time. Here's one of my most favorite enemies, but also one of the most difficult. He has 2 attacks. He can swing at us and he can charge at us. He's open for a few seconds after he swings, or maybe just a couple seconds. That's the best time to strike. Whenever he's not attacking you, he's defending constantly, and he can't be hurt even from behind. You can cancel out his charge attack with an attack of your own if you time it just right. That's really difficult, though. Honestly, if he had a bigger health bar and a couple more attacks, he could be a boss of his own. That is unfortunately the only time we'll see this enemy. Well, we'll see him one more time, but he loses his special gimmick then. These goofy-looking ghosts can break our normal combos. They don't get stunned by them, because they're ghosts. But they're very vulnerable to dashing attacks and jump attacks. you tried to fight them with normal sword slashes, things would probably go very badly, but we already know how useful the dashing swipe is. Both the dashing swipe and jump hit multiple times quickly before the enemy can react. That's why they're useful here. I think it's kinda cute and goofy that there's an individual cutscene for each of these staircases. Did I mention that the hit sound effects are really satisfying and awesome? Because they totally are. Bear is the main antagonist of the game, though he's not the final boss. He's actually really difficult. You can hit him a couple times, then he teleports, casts a spell, and you repeat. You can dodge most of his spells by standing behind him. Some of his spells do piss for damage, but others take out around half your health bar. So getting hit is bad. This is the Small Knight. We saw him earlier, but he lost his special gimmick. He doesn't defend from all your attacks anymore. That blue dragon is definitely one of his weaker spells. It barely hurts you. I mean, you can run into it because it flies around the stage, but you're not going to do that.
ルシファーリングを揃えた瞬間、何か不思議な空間へと投げ出されてしまった。どうやら、リングの力とゲートが共鳴して、空間をねじ曲げてしまったらしい。この奥に、封印すべきゲートが待っている。しかし、ゲートからリングが離れて、時間が経ちすぎた。何かの気配がまとわりつき、旋律を覚えずにいられなかった。
Hey everybody, welcome to the Gate to Hell. This is the shortest stage in the game, though I find it to be the most difficult because, platforming. You can only move in 8 directions, but thankfully most of the platforms are lined up, so that's not an issue. This treasure chest over here is a mimic. So now you can't say you never got to see me fight one. This stage is very sparse as far as regular enemies are concerned. This entire first section is basically just to get you hyped to fight the final boss. And a special character that we've already seen. The gargoyles are nothing special. We saw them way back in the second stage. Welcome to Hell's Gate, and this is a pretty difficult boss, not just because it involves platforming. We have to break all 4 of these gems to make it vulnerable. But of course it can attack us while we attack the gems. You can dodge most of its attacks by staying far enough away, but it has a laser that runs all the way across the middle of the screen. To dodge the big laser, you need to jump on one of these platforms where the gems were. It also has another attack when it becomes vulnerable where it slashes at you. You can dodge this by jumping away. That's the attack I mean. You can dodge that by jumping away, but I never get the timing proper. So now that I've told you about all of its attacks, why don't I just let you listen to the most 90s boss fight music I can think of.
ルシファーリングを使い、再び魔界への道は閉ざされた。世界は平和を取り戻したのだ。しかし、ルシファーリングがある限り、伝説が語り継がれる限り、再びルシファーリングを奪おうとする者が現れるかもしれない。そんな不安が心の片隅に残っていた。
So that was Lucifer Ring, and it's really fun, and the enemy designs are creative, and, well, it's fun. It's fun and challenging. Usually I don't have trouble with too many enemy types. I find this game to be an exception, for some reason. It's a lot more challenging than I remember it being every time. So it said if we try again, something will happen, but that's kind of a lie. If you played again on the hardest difficulty, you just get a different congratulations screen. And the hardest difficulty is really, really hard, so we're not doing that. And this is why the game saved at the end. It saved so that way when we started a new game, we could pick whichever sword we wanted. But yeah, that's really all of Lucifer Ring, and it's pretty damn cool. especially for something I would not have known existed if not for Monkey Paw Games, who published this on the American PlayStation Network. So you should go buy it. It's $6. Go buy it. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I loved sharing this, and I'll see you soon.